going on, guys? Episode 11 of It's All Love. I'm David. This is Oscar.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? A lot of exciting stuff going on.
Yeah.
The NBA finally came back. This podcast is mostly basketball.
Yeah,
being honest. So that's a big up. What'd you think about the NBA starting again?
Dude, I haven't even looked at any game or anything.
No,
I've been too busy watching freaking, I actually had school over the internet this past week, so I've been busy. I was going to ask you how's the NBA going?
It's awesome. Well, I watched a couple games. I don't watch all of them, but the games I did watch, they're really cool. I'm just really happy that they're like staying safe.
Mm-hmm.
When they first got there, they got 2 positive tests, and then they quarantined them. They didn't give out the names of who they were, but I know they stayed quarantined and they got over it.
Mm-hmm.
So as of like 2-3 weeks ago, now 1 test has came back positive in the month and a half that they've been there already. So that's really cool that the NBA is taking it serious.
Yeah.
And they really just have everything down
Right.
as to getting tested and everybody staying safe, wearing the mask.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. The gyms, the Black Lives Matter stuff, they're advocating for it, or the buses, the courts and all that. So it's really awesome. It's really cool what they're doing, like for the home court advantage. I mean, they're really testing stuff out, to see what works. So they have a monitor all wrapped around on the walls. So they try to put I was watching the Heat game. They had Heat fans on
on the
screen, and every time they make it, they put a recording of Heat fans celebrating.
Cool.
But they keep switching it up. I think they're just trying to see what works and what
Right,
really.
yeah.
So I've seen when the away team misses a free throw, they'll put an effect like yeet or something like that. But I mean, it's a cool idea because it's when there's fans, it's a lot different,
Right.
especially for away teams, because it's a little bit more pressure because you got people encouraging you to miss shots.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's pretty cool. But overall, yeah, I think it's awesome. It's just weird, like it's so surreal seeing
Right.
like an empty gym and the benches, their distance.
Yeah, I know. I was watching some highlights, and it almost kind of looks like the NBA 2K, like a video game,
Yeah.
because everybody's so spaced out. It looks kind of
It's
weird.
like a pickup park or something like that.
And then the state, I guess the stadium, the court, or how it is, it's almost like kind of like college ball, and it just
It's like it feels like kind of like an Olympics vibe,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like people don't like 2 random countries are playing, and then it's USA, and then
right, like
it's
if they're like in
empty.
a third world country.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know, but it's cool. I mean, we have it back.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy seeing it. I'm pretty sure everybody else is. We're all relieved to
Yeah.
watch some type of basketball.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I know baseball also started last
Baseball
week,
too.
so I know that fans, so
I didn't
got
know.
everything.
I didn't know that they were in a bubble. They're still traveling to their stadiums.
What do you mean?
Like let's say the Dodgers. They're not staying in one city like the NBA.
Oh,
They're still traveling to the other team's stadium.
Gotcha.
So that's a little bit more risky. I
Yeah.
hope everyone stays safe there.
Well, I mean, and I guess that's why they had so many cases in the beginning too,
Yeah.
because
Spring training for football started today too.
Oh, okay.
So they got so the teams agreed on what they were gonna do and everything. I know the Steelers bought into it. I just saw a statement earlier from the president that they're gonna start training, but
They did cut some games though. I did hear.
yeah,
that.
the preseason, there's no preseason, which
Yeah.
is gonna be weird. But I mean, hey,
that's gonna be exciting. I mean, we got a lot of players going into different homes, so that's gonna be pretty exciting.
But yeah, the NBA is awesome. I mean,
I didn't know that you can actually leave the bubble.
yeah, and
The only thing is like when you come back, you have to be quarantined for 4 days, and unless the NBA kind of dings it, hey, you need to do, I think max is 10 days quarantine.
yeah.
I mean, but you got Low Williams from the Clippers who left out and went to the Gentlemen's Club already. Like we were just talking about it. I mean,
that was weird. So what they said is that he left for a funeral, and then He said he went to the Gentleman's Club for the food.
Yeah, well, there was a picture on Instagram. I guess he was with a rapper.
Yeah, Jack Harlow. Yeah,
and then the rapper took it off real quick, and he said, "Oh, that's a picture that a long time ago." Like bullshit, he went to.
Hey, man, I love Lou Williams. Like he's one of my favorite players, but I don't think he went in there for the food.
Yeah, he went to go eat something else. That's for sure. He's like, I'll sacrifice 4 days. But they were saying
but
something 100. They were saying that they were gonna give him probably 10 days, but then they said something about $150,000.
Yeah, that he loses because the 10 days would interfere with when the game start. So what's today? Today's the
25th.
25th. So 10 days, he'd have to stay quarantined till like the third. Yeah, till like till like the 5th, and that's 2 games that that he would miss.
He'll miss against the Clippers, right?
Yeah, because that's when the season starts. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he'd miss against the Lakers, which is a big game, and some other game. But if he's not gonna play, he's gonna lose money.
That's crazy.
But come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, really, like, are you that desperate to fucking leave? You just got there and you're already thinking about going to the Gentleman's Club. Man.
Well, this is a guy that had like 2 girlfriends at one point. So,
I guess so. I can see how he fucking needs to release some stress.
Yeah, that was like big on, like, it was like, what, 5 years ago? He had like 2 girlfriends there. Both sitting courtside at the game. And they both like next to each other.
Both next to each other.
They knew.
Wow.
That was a big
money.
Story.
That money.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's cool. You have another one, J.R. Smith. We were talking about the underwear thing.
Yeah. Fucking guy, 7 underwears. He's like, I go through 3 underwears a day or something.
Because they shower every time they work out. So,
Like who did? I mean, I guess I probably would have taken. Actually looking at it, I probably would have, because usually, like, when we go to trips, like, I take clothes, like per day. Yeah. Like, unless I know I'm probably gonna get into the pool, then I'll take an extra, underwear. But other than that, like, I take my stuff, for however many days. So we're going, traveling for 6 days, and I'll take clothes for 6 days.
Well, he was probably looking at it like a vacation, like that.
Right.
Like, he didn't think about showering every
sweaty after practice, because they practice like twice a day or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have different types.
They practice rotate. And then they have like weightlifting in the morning, and then like the players, they shower, and then they have 2-3 hours between their next workouts and stuff like that. But it was just funny how like all these, they had like serious headlines like, LeBron taking us to the championship, where what are the Raptors gonna do? And then he said, J.R. Smith, they didn't bring enough underwear.
That fool's a clown.
He's playing good though. I was watching the Lakers game. He's playing good. Yeah. Him and Raiders. But I mean, it's different when the season starts. But
I mean, they had that chemistry already as it is, because they've played together. So I mean, I think it was intentional to bring them together. Yeah. But, plus the cheating part, but
no, they're playing good, but I mean, it's a lot different when the season starts. I don't know, minutes and all that. It changes the players' momentum and all that. And those 2 are momentum players.
Yeah, so. I mean, the Lakers, all of them shot 53%, I think,
against the Magic today.
Against the Magic. I mean, they won that game. So, I mean, what sucked is that one other guy from the Magic that he actually got the ball, and then JR kind of slapped his hand, and homeboy was going for a dunk, and he fell like flat in his face.
Oh yeah, I didn't know his name though.
I don't know his name either.
2-way player probably.
That
that was nasty.
That looked nasty.
I hate those falls.
Yeah.
But they look good. All the NBA teams look good. I'm interested to see how it plays out, because it's like this new season. I mean, it's like a new season. Like, the time that they took off is the same amount of time it would take at an off season. You get me?
Right, but you don't have all the teams actually playing. I mean, you only have.
Yeah, I know, no, but what I'm saying is that it's a different dynamic. So it's like the strategy that teams were using before the virus hit is different now. Like, a big thing is like the Nuggets. I don't know if you heard, but the starting lineup that they had like the smallest player was like 6'9" on their lineup. So they were playing with full bigs throughout the whole lineup. And it's interesting because it's like, you don't know if it works, or you don't know if it, like, it was a weird lineup because you have 7-footers guarding like 6-foot guys the whole time.
Small guys.
So it's like, but like you look at the Rockets, they have a bunch of small guys, so their tallest player is like 6'6". But I don't know, they look really good. The Nuggets, they're looking good. Bol Bol, he was supposed to be a top 10 pick. He was picked 44th because of an injury. So his first game was about 2-3 days ago, and this dude balled out so good that they drug tested him after the game. Like,
no way.
For real, yeah.
What
like they drug tested him. He had 60 points.
We can't believe you're that good.
Yeah.
This drug test.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with you.
That's like the best compliment you could get in the NBA. Like, you're playing so good that they drug test you.
No,
You got 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 blocks.
Wow.
6 blocks in your first game in an NBA game.
Well, I mean, it's probably all that stress and just the excitement of, coming back to play.
Yeah, no, but like when I was watching it, and he was playing like he was pissed. Like he had a chip on his shoulder, which is like good because I mean, all these teams, 44 teams passed up, 43 teams passed up on him, and you're supposed to be a top 10 pick.
Yeah, so he's kind of
he's pissed.
Putting a statement out.
Yeah, so and then today too, I don't know how many points he dropped, but this dude. He's so long, like, and he's like 7 feet, and his wingspan is crazy, and he has a 3-point shot, and it's like fluid, like it doesn't look awkward. It looks like a 6'5" guy shooting the 3. So that guy is scary. I don't know. Like I was watching the game, and I'm like, this guy's gonna be a problem.
That's crazy.
So. And the way the Nuggets implemented him in the lineup and just the way they work around him and Jokic, another All-Star, it's interesting to see how it's gonna pan out.
So team that I don't think I've ever heard you talk about them before.
The Nuggets? Yeah. No, I had them as contenders, but after seeing this lineup, this dynamic that they put in there, they look like they could do some damage if it works.
Right.
I don't know if it. I mean, this is only preseason, right?
Preseason, right.
So I'm pretty sure they're just testing it, but I don't think they start the season. I don't think they start the rest of the 8 games with that lineup. I think they're just testing it out. But I hope to see it.
I mean, if they're smart enough, I think they would choose that lineup and shit.
Yeah. But the other thing, they were missing 2 players from their starting lineup when they did that. So. I don't know. I know they're gonna try it when the season starts, but I don't think they'll start it. You get me? But it's really cool what they're doing. I think it'll work.
That's cool.
Cause think about it, like you have a 6'9" shooting guard and a 7-foot point guard, right? So the other team's gonna have a 6 foot to 6'3" guy guarding 7-footers.
7-footer.
So you're gonna have to double on them, and then like it's just
you're gonna free up.
It's a mismatch throughout the board. So it's like the other teams are gonna have to adjust, and when you know how to play that way, it's like the Rockets. How I was telling you, because they know how to play small, it'll confuse other teams. You get me? So and there was some examples from when they played today. I think they played the Pelicans. They were just posting up the whole time, just backing up the shooting guard and point guard, and then just kicking it out, and that's it. I don't know, if you get a shooter around there, they got Jamal Murray too, I think it'll be scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I was saying, these teams, it's like a new season.
Yeah.
Like rookies coming in this year, it's like this is like their sophomore year. They just look better because they have that time off. They worked on their game. They already know how the NBA works, so it's like they're better.
Right.
So it's interesting to see what teams elevate and what teams don't. And the same thing for players that didn't stay in shape during the quarantine. Right. You get me? So it's like, so they leveled down too. Like the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, their best player, he shot 3 for 16 today. He looked a little rusty. You get me? So whoever's on top of their toes and
like whoever, like you say, whoever practiced during the quarantine and didn't take it for granted, or didn't freaking do anything.
Took it as a vacation.
Like a vacation. They're the ones that are gonna suffer and shit. And if their team was, a good team, they're gonna. I mean, the Lakers looks like they're doing pretty good. I mean, I know that Caruso missed his sister's wedding because he didn't want to sacrifice, him having to wait 4 days or even 10 days. So I mean, the Lakers are ready to. That shows commitment right there.
His sister's wedding. That was crazy.
Yeah, and he said that his sister's like his #1 fan and shit. So. I mean, shit, dude, like...
And that's that it was preseason.
Yeah,
it wasn't even season.
Right, they don't start their season till what, Monday?
30th, yeah.
Yeah, so,
30th,
I mean...
First game.
shit.
I think they're the opening game, the Lakers and the Clippers.
Yeah, I believe so. It is the Clippers. Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
the Lakers look really good. LeBron looks like he hasn't missed a step.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's dunking on everybody.
Yeah,
but it's interesting. The other thing I was gonna talk about is like the talking. You don't really see a lot of talking.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's different now because it's like when there's fans, there's so much noise that, especially with coaches, like I don't know if it's just because it's preseason. Maybe it'll change during the season or the playoffs, but like you don't really see them yelling at the refs. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different. Because then it's just like you and the ref. Yeah. There's no fans. There's no noise. Exactly. So it's like you really have to face them.
Yeah.
So it's funny to see. Yeah, it's more confrontational. Yeah. So if like you say something, you could hear it loud and clear. Like there's no getting away with nothing. The refs aren't distracted by yelling and all that. You get me? So. It's funny how like you don't really, and I haven't really seen that much. I haven't heard any trash talk or nothing. I've seen like staring down and stuff like that, but it's gonna be interesting to see the first like little altercation and what we get from it, or even if players. It's the same thing with players. Like you have fans around you encouraging you to start stuff, so it's like when it's one on one, like when it's just you and the person, it's different. Yeah. So. I don't know. It's gonna be cool.
There's not gonna be no commotion going on.
Yeah, like like you don't have people cheering you on. You know? So it's just like it's really who has it and who doesn't.
Yeah.
But the teams look good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean Zion had left because he was left for an emergency. He's back already. Yeah. So he has to wait 4 days. But he'll be back and he'll be back. He should be already by that time. Ready to play the Jazz. Yeah,
they played today too. Yeah, but I heard he came back. I think those are the only players that were out, right?
Yeah. From my alerts that I got from what I can remember. Yeah. So cool. That'll be pretty cool, pretty interesting.
You still like the Lakers winning it this year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, from what I've seen, I only seen the recap of them and the Magic, and they looked fucking. Good, man. So I think. I mean, I haven't really seen anything else, so I mean, I can't really say. But just looking at the Lakers, I think they're solid team right now. So.
I think there's two. They made a big difference. Yeah. I think their depth is what's scary. Because before they didn't really have that. They didn't really have those shooters. I think if JR gets hot, because he's a shooter, if he gets hot, I think they'll be in trouble. Well, but the other thing, Avery Bradley didn't go. So that's going to be a big hole in their lineup. He's a starter. Averaged, 8 points. But his defense is what really got him in the lineup. Now they're missing that. I don't know. I don't know if they beat the Clippers still.
We'll see.
But the Clippers did look a little rusty. They still have to figure out what their rotation is and everything. And I don't know. It's kind of messy right there.
I'm sure Doc Rivers will pull something out. I mean, he's been in fucking coach for a long time and a great coach, so I'm sure that he's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah.
I did notice, what's the guy's name? He plays for, Sacramento? Christian guy, super famous.
He plays for the Kings?
No, it's not the Kings. Man, what's his name?
He's a player?
Yeah, he's a player, has curly hair. His wife, he has 2 little girls.
No, I don't know exactly. You looked at. He was a player.
He's a player. He's a basketball player. They won the championship. Shoots threes like crazy.
Oh, Curry. No.
Yeah, dude.
For the Warriors.
Yeah, there you go, Warriors. He's in they were interviewing him and they were asking him that they said that they're probably gonna have a second bubble for the rest of the teams, and they were saying if he's like, man, he's not willing to, not willing, but he's like I
don't. There's no point.
There's no point of it to go back. Right now, he's actually in a golf tournament, just playing, and it looks like he's having fucking a blast, fucking playing. And they were asking him if he would choose basketball over golf, because I guess he's pretty good from what they were saying. And he was saying, nah, I'll still stick to basketball. So, but
But I feel like there's no point to that.
Yeah.
The only reason why I could see a point to it is because some players, the lower players, they need a check. You get me?
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of unfair for Curry to say something like that because, I mean, he's like one of the top paid players in the league, so money isn't a problem for him. But I think the only reason that they should make a second bubble is because of their checks. Because they're not gonna win anything. I mean, they're gonna make a tournament for the 8 teams and who the top 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks, but I don't know. I mean, I also believe that they shouldn't. It's dumb. I mean, who's gonna actually sit there and watch?
I mean, no, I don't. I mean, I'd watch them, but yeah, like, that's true.
They're not gonna be as high as something like right now.
Yeah, exactly. I guess like if you're like a true basketball, like if you just enjoy it, like me, I'll watch anybody play because I enjoy it. Like I just like watching it. Mm-hmm. But it's like you said, like ratings and stuff like that. People don't want to see some random guys just balling. You want to see LeBron, you want to see Paul George.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I the only reason I could think to start one is because of money. 8 teams, they're gonna say who's the best out of those 8 teams, and that's it. Yeah. But like you didn't make it to the bubble,
right? Exactly. Yeah. But you still didn't make it to the bubble. Yeah, so, but in reality, you still suck.
That's Jake.
But thanks for trying.
But I don't see a point. It's just it would be cool if they did. I mean, like I said, I just like watching basketball, but I don't know. I just don't see a point to it.
I don't either.
It's not safe either. I mean, why risk it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just. If anything, it'd be more money for Disney, for Orlando, Florida, and shit, because you got another wave of players coming to play.
No, but I think they're gonna do a separate bubble. I don't think there's gonna be Orlando somewhere else. Yeah.
Still, I don't know.
Yeah, and like you gotta look at that too. It's more spending than making money. If that makes any sense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, shit. I'm sure they're spending a lot of money. I was looking at a video of. I actually was watching a YouTube video of this player that he's recording all his like his steps and shit. And then dude, like the fucking I was amazed, man. Like he has this platter with some tater tops and like a little ass pancake. I'm like, what? That is crazy. I think it was a
Thigh Bowl, right?
Something like that. Thigh Bowl? Yeah.
Because he's recording everything.
He fucking calls JR. He's like, hey, can I get your sausage? He's like, yeah, man, go ahead, eat my sausage.
I seen the video. Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy. That's shady. Like some big ass fucking basketball player and shit.
No, but
some tater tot and a small little pancake.
But some of it is like deceiving because it's like I see some videos. Like I follow Lonzo Ball on Instagram and I was watching his videos, like his story, and they were like at a bowling alley and they had like these full course meals on their tables, like bowling, and I'm like, some players it's like they don't get anything. Some of them, like, I don't know. I think it's like where you go or something. I don't know. It's weird, but I don't know. It's just like it feels deceiving. Like sometimes, or I guess it's just the player. Like maybe. They were talking. I think it was CJ McCollum's birthday, and he's an all-star. And the NBA had posted a picture of him in his room, and on the door it said "sweet," so that everybody was like, the players were like, "What the hell? Like, why does he have a suite?" Right. And we have these regular like small ass rooms, so they're like, "Oh, it's like the All-Star players have the, the better rooms and stuff like that." Yeah. And then Austin Rivers was on his live the other day. He was like, damn well LeBron isn't in one of these small ass rooms. Like he posted a video of a building. He was like, he's in that building. It's just a big ass building. But I don't know. I think it's just the player. Honestly, it's probably picking favorites.
Yeah, no shit. If you make 3 figures, you're not up there.
If you average 20 points, you're a sweep.
Yeah. If you don't, you're just a regular room.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's again. It's like we said last time. I guess it's just how you look at it.
Yeah.
Like Steven Adams from OKC was saying, like, we're in fucking Orlando, Florida. Like, just enjoy it.
Yeah, like, no shit. Yeah. You're taking a mini vacation from all this fucking quarantine shit.
And you look at the campus too, and it's like, it's not just like a little like secluded area. Like this is a big ass piece of land. Like they have a lake. Like I've seen people fishing. Jamal Murray is golfing. He was golfing so much that he was tired. He couldn't play his first game. Yeah.
So, I mean, from what it sounds like and what it looks like, there's a shit ton to do, man. It's like, you know, its own little paradise island with a bunch of shit to do. So for them I guess for people to think, or for them to kind of make it seem like, oh, dude, we're trapped in this small little place and there's nothing to do. I mean, shit.
I'll be trapped in there.
Yeah, take me out there for a couple months and shit. That'd be cool. and work. I mean, shit. Come on.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
But yeah, it looks good. Speaking of OKC too, we look good. We look very good.
Yeah.
OKC. Right
OKC. Okay.
Yeah, I was watching their games. We look solid. We got Andre Roberson back. He hadn't played in 2 years from an injury. Finally came back. He was starting to piss me off a little bit.
Why is that?
Because they were, I don't know, it was just rumors. They were talking about, oh, he didn't want to play for us anymore, and he didn't want to, he was looking at other teams. But I don't think they were true. But yeah, his first game in like 900 plus days or something like that. And he was solid, good defensively. I think the big thing with us is that no one really respects how good of a defense they play, you know. And then Chris Paul too. He's just a leader. Like, I think we're gonna go far. Not far, but I think we'll do some damage in the playoffs. Yeah, I think our next podcast we got to choose where we have teams going and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. I guess I'm gonna have to start looking at that.
You look at my picks.
Or at least I guess you can look at some. I can look at highlights, right? I mean, does highlights actually tell you a lot?
Sometimes,
like look at the highlights of each of the game. Okay.
But
start doing that.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? What you got?
Nah, that was it. I think I'm just excited the NBA's back. Honestly,
that's cool.
Super excited. I just wish they were later, you know, because they're in Orlando, so the times are earlier. So like if you're working, the latest one is gonna start like at 5.
And then too, like, you know, like for the people that like the Lakers, it's like you know. Nowadays, a lot of people just have internet, and then they have, like, you know, they'll have YouTube TV, they have Hulu. So it's like to be able to watch the Lakers, you have to have Time Warner because they're on like Sportsnet or something like that. So that kind of sucks, you know. So
I always hated that, man. I was watching the Lakers play when they were trash, like when they were terrible, because they were still on like regular
KCOW 9 and shit.
Yeah, they were like on the regular channels or whatever. I watched them for like 3-4 years just sucking, you know. And I would only watch them because, like I said, I like watching basketball. Because you have we're in the LA area, so of course we're gonna have the channel. Right. All these years watching them terrible, I'm like, oh my. And now that they're good, I can't watch it.
Like a fucking secluded fucking.
But I mean, we still have the Clippers, so I like watching the Clippers play.
That's cool.
Yeah. We were talking about the league pass too. I might get OKC's next year. Pay for their subscription.
It's a little expensive, you know. Coughing up about $300 just for one specific team.
No, that's for all of them.
Oh, for all of them.
Yeah, it's like $100 for one team.
Well, for you guys who have T-Mobile, I know that T-Mobile has this T-Mobile Tuesday thing going on, and for all you guys who love watching baseball, they gave out a free MLB pass.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so, but I think you have a couple of days before it expires, I think. So if you get it now before Tuesday maybe, or I'm not sure, you'll get the
free advertising right here.
You get to watch. Hey, I'm just, you know, looking out for anybody who likes MLB. I know Lewis likes it, but I don't know if they have T-Mobile, but I got it. But, I mean, I really don't follow baseball too much, but I know I was hearing that people were talking about the Houston, they were saying that, you know, because they cheated, I guess. So they were saying
everybody forgot about that.
Yeah, everybody forgot about that. But they were saying that their team looks very solid. I know the Yankees. They were saying that the Yankees look very solid. So I mean, it looks like there's some good shit going on also in MLB. So we might have to get Lewis to join us and talk a little bit about.
They were going crazy when the Dodgers were playing.
Oh really?
Yeah. They won like 8-1, I think. I guess I'm a Dodgers fan. I don't know. I don't really watch baseball like that.
Yeah, I don't think you're a Dodgers fan. I'm not a fan of anything. I just like wearing a bunch of hats. So, but anywho.
But
anything else? I know you see. I see you got your
we
peace
got
and love shirt. What's going on with that?
New peace and love shirts. New provider. I guess those are the old shirts.
Yeah, that's the old school.
But yeah, I kind of like the way this come out. I still have to work on it a little. But I'm talking to some people. We're gonna get that moving soon.
That's
I'm
cool.
excited about it.
Awesome.
But yeah, thank you for wearing it.
Yeah, no worries, man. I appreciate you, giving me the chance to wear a shirt like this.
But now I wanted to talk about the racial injustice stuff.
Okay.
They were talking about all the Dodgers players. Oh no, Mookie Betts. He plays for the Dodgers. He's like in line to get like a 13-year contract for I don't know how many. I think it's like $40 million a year for 13 years. But when the National Anthem came on, he kneeled. I think he was the only player that kneeled. So it was, I don't know. It was inspiring watching him do that alone.
Yeah, because I know that almost all the sports are actually kneeling to the anthem, right?
Yeah,
I know.
I think he was the only one that was kneeling when
soccer. I've seen soccer.
Oh yeah, soccer. Yeah,
I've
the MLS.
Seen the women's basketball WNBA.
They played their first game today, and I think it was the New York Liberty, and I forgot who they were playing. But when the National Anthem came on, they walked off the court. Like they just left. And I was like, what? But yeah,
like
it's
dropping
true.
the mic.
Yeah, like I was like, what the? But the WNBA, like the players and all that, they've always stayed solid when it came to like stuff, like important stuff like that. Like we were talking about on the other one, like their all-stars were talking about like we don't even want to play a season if this is the way the America's gonna be run, right? So, I mean, it's just amazing to see these women take stands like that. You know, like they don't give a give a damn. Like they're gonna do what they think is right. So when I seen them all walk off, I was like, wow, that was big.
That's pretty cool.
I haven't seen the introductions on the NBA, and I haven't seen any like highlights of them kneeling or anything. From what I hear, is I think they're gonna do it when the season starts for real. But yeah, like I said, the WNBA that was cool.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts too. That's cool. But yeah, hopefully we could all get this under control, and you know the world is in a lot of chaos right now.
Yeah.
But
the Chiefs did end up changing their name.
Oh yeah, no, the Redskins.
The Redskins, yeah.
I forgot about it.
But I
that
think
is
they
ridiculous.
I don't even think they even really chose a name.
It's stupid.
Just like something football.
Like and they're gonna keep it like that for a year.
You know what? I was kind of talking to a neighbor of mine, and you know that topic came out about the Chiefs. I mean the Redskins changing their name. I mean I think that's a little too far. There's certain stuff that was done way before time, and it kind of has nothing to do with social justice. Like that name. That name has nothing to do because it was in reality is more towards like Indians.
No, but it's so I was doing my research on it. I educated myself on it, but it's like a racial slur. Like that's what they use to call these people. You get me? It's like if they called us that we're Hispanic, you know, like a wetback. You get me? And if that was okay back then, they'd have the LA wetbacks, and now you're like that's offensive because it's like it's a slur towards us. You get me? So that's yeah. So it's like I didn't know that. I thought it was something else, but for them to keep that name for a year, I feel like it's more disrespectful. You know, like the Washington football team.
Yeah, the Washington football team. Yeah.
Like come on, like 1, 2, 3 football team.
Right.
Like I don't know. Come on, you couldn't come up with a name.
Yeah. But I mean,
and for it to take a year.
But then again, they got put under pressure. They were pressured because FedEx said, "Hey, we're gonna pull out our contract." So I mean, shit. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to try to. All right, well, what can we choose? I mean, you need more time. I don't think they had enough time to figure out a name, and because the season's about to start, they probably figured, hey, let's just go with Washington football team for now, and then eventually change it out.
Football team, you couldn't come up with a name?
No, because if you choose a name, then you're kind of, stuck with that name, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the season doesn't start in like 2 months.
It's kind of like when, you know, at like the hospital when there's a baby born, you know, if it's a boy, it's, you know, baby boy, you know, and the last name, or baby girl and the last name. And it's not until, okay, you got a couple of days to come up with a name, unless you already have a name, but you got a couple of days before you choose a name, because and after that, then...
So you have days, they have months.
They didn't have months.
Yeah.
We just talked about it, last week, and I think
I know, but yeah, so they changed it. This is the how do you say, the temporary name is Washington Football Team. So you're telling me that you can't come up with a name in 3 months? The season start. They did that 2 weeks ago. You still have 2 months, 3 months to come up with a new name. I mean, come on, man. And then think about like merchandise and stuff like that. Like it's probably a loss on their part too, because it's like you have to manufacture all these jerseys and stuff with players, and then it's only for a year, so you have to eyeball how many jerseys you're gonna sell. You get me? Yeah. So it's like.
And then again, I'm sure they don't fucking care how many jerseys they make or not. I mean, they probably make them for pennies. Saying,
but like it's the same color scheme and everything, so like they're not changing the colors. So I don't understand why they can't come up with a new name in a month or two. That seems absurd to me. Yeah. I mean, think about like Madden, like who you got? Yeah. You got I got the Washington Football Team. Yeah. I don't know. It's
kind of weird.
Kind of feels like a tantrum. Like, you guys didn't want.
Right,
We'll
you guys wanted us to change your name? Okay, fine.
You got some dull-ass white guy's name.
We'll see. I
don't know, maybe it's something deeper, but I don't know.
Maybe they'll get pressured from, you know, FedEx or their sponsors to fucking actually choose a fucking real name before they fucking continue, because...
but, I mean, at least they changed it, but... Yeah. We hope to see a name soon.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to cover. I just can't wait till season starts. You see, we'll have our picks. Yeah,
that'd be cool. If you guys have any questions for us, or you guys have your own picks, let us know. Send a message.
We'll be posting them on the Instagram page.
Send them on
see
Instagram.
Our picks. DM us.
Send your DMs and let people know about, you know, the podcast via, you know, Spotify, iTunes, you know, or YouTube. So, you know, give us a little love.
Yeah, it's all love.
All
right, I think that's a wrap. I'm David. This is Oscar. Thank you guys for watching. Catch us on YouTube, Spotify, like you said, and that's a wrap.
All right, bro.